Well, good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to Wednesday night's edition of FSU Weather. We're going to start off with a live look at Doak right now, 94 degrees and some clouds to help you out there. Wind also just a little bit, but the sunset is starting to get a little bit earlier as we get further into the school year. School's kicked into full gear at this point. Current temperatures around the area, 90s for the most part. We're another warm, dry day into this. We are getting some possible relief on the way here, but for tonight, we're going to cool down into the 70s, 70 here in Tallahassee. It looks like our lowest low will be 69 up there in Thomasville. Headlines for you right now. We are tracking the tropics. It seems like last week it was very quiet. Now all of a sudden there's not enough room in the Atlantic to hold all of the development that we have coming. We also have some relief from the 90-degree temperatures that we've seen for the last 25 days or so here in Tallahassee, as well as Wild Weather Wednesday. All this and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening, I'm student meteorologist Sloan Delaney.
And I'm student meteorologist Alec Libby.
We've got an exciting show tonight, definitely a lot to talk about. Finally, the tropics are heating up. We actually did just get Tropical Storm Umberto, so Ayana's going to talk a little bit about that in her segment, but what do you think?
That's all very fresh info that came out in the 5 o'clock update, so this is like just new to us as well, so forgive us if we're a little so-so on that information, but also it's been really hot these last couple of days. 94, 95 for us here in Tallahassee. Terrible. I hate that.
I know. It's been so hot. Monday was the first official day of fall, but it does not feel like it. It's so hot. It's so humid. Walking to class, my backpack is like sweating. It's horrible. It's horrible.
No, I know. I'm so excited for a couple weeks from now. We're going to get that relief soon, actually.
Yeah.
In a couple days, we'll touch on that soon. But Friday, these temperatures are going to come down from the 90s.
I know. Thankfully, we've got a little bit of a cold front coming in, but it's not going to drop our temperatures too much, but at least a little bit of a reprieve.
Just a little edge off for summer. Because it's not summer anymore, so it's about time.
I know. Fall is my favorite season. I love fall.
Yeah, same. I love the fall foliage, and like I wish we had more colors in the leaves down here. Like I'm so jealous of the people in the north and the northeast. Like you see the pictures, and it's like I wish I could be there.
I know. So jealous. I'm from the Midwest, so fall up there is so nice. So. Yeah. I know.
But,
I love it.
You know, you can take what you get. We get a little bit more of a season change here in Tallahassee than in like Miami or something. So, you know, you got to be happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to go ahead and take things over to Ayana. She'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the tropics and also a look at our local.
Yes, thanks guys, and honestly it's been hot around campus, and speaking of heating up, so is our tropics. Take a look at this. We have right now one area that we're watching. This part we're going to be monitoring because it's a little bit closer to home here for us in Florida. It's at a 30% chance of tropical development within the next 2 days, and within the next 7 we have an 80% chance of that development. So we're going to keep watching that since it will be a little bit closer to home for us. But speaking of also close by, we have now tropical storm Umberto that is sitting with winds sustained at 40 miles per hour, and it's moving its way west-northwest at 15 miles per hour, and you can kind of see it's kind of going to make its way gradually over the Atlantic a little bit closer to us. Pressure is also sitting again at 1,008 millibars, and we also have hurricane, I should say, Gabrielle is actually moving its way off the Atlantic and back over towards Africa as we're speaking. That was what the 5 p.m. advisory is saying, and it was a little bit more of a downgrade. Now it's sitting at a hurricane at a category 2. So it was at a 4, now it's at a 2. So it's starting to fizzle off as we head into the next couple of days, which is always good news. But here on campus, those temperatures aren't really fizzling out at all. You can even see behind me, look at 94 here in Tallahassee, like they were saying, is very toasty outside, and there's like barely any clouds out there. So it's really just nice and hot out there, nothing really to cool things down, no shade either. But you could see here in Tallahassee, 94, up towards Quincy, 95, very warm inland especially. Look at Thomasville, 95 as well. But as you head down towards the Gulf, you can see it gets a little bit cooler. But on our radar, we're really not looking at anything, which is always great news. Nothing on our radar, no rain. But that might change as we head throughout the next couple of days, I should even say. But for tonight, we're going to cool down just a little bit. Tallahassee sitting at 70, Quincy 71, a little bit warmer again, like I was talking about up north. But regardless of the fact, it is going to be very toasty in those late night hours and even tomorrow as well, hitting lows high 80s, low 90s with 91 in Quincy, so very toasty there tomorrow as well. Quincy's hitting those high temperatures. But like I was talking about, that rain is going to make its way through. We have a first round of rain. I'm actually going to move over here so you can kind of see it makes its way through us here in Tallahassee. We have a first round on Thursday, and we're going to see some of those showers linger into Friday. As you can see, Thursday in the afternoon, still seeing those showers, and then as we head into Friday, we see that cold front really making its way through Quincy and even all the way down towards the coast in Apalachicola, and it's going to push its way through here on Tallahassee, so it's going to cool things down for us on the following days as that storm makes its way through. And for the weekend, we're going to have a little bit cooler of temperatures. You can even see with that cold front 80% on Friday, so we're going to see that rain, and then it's going to dip its way down as we head into the weekend. Speaking of, like I was talking about, as we head throughout the week, warm temperatures tomorrow, but then Friday it's going to dip down with that cold front, and then it's going to start to slowly climb back up as we head into the next 7 days. So we're going to continue to see some of those hot temperatures. Isn't that unfortunate, Sloan?
Yes, that is definitely very true, Ayana. It's very, very hot really all across Florida right now. So very, very hot in lots of cities. Panama City Beach, 87 degrees. Tampa at 90. Miami, 86. So even though we are now officially in the fall season, it's still very, very hot and humid outside. One big cause of that is because there are quite a few storms going on really all across Florida. So you can take a look and see in South Florida, a lot of rain, a lot of storms as we get close to our Gulf Coast. We also see a lot of storms in Central Florida as well. That's keeping the middle sections of Florida a little bit cooler. So we can see in Orlando, it's only 78, not even above that 80-degree mark. We go ahead and look up in North Florida, right around that 90-degree mark. So definitely a little bit of a reprieve in the central area of Florida. Let's go and take a look at our future clouds and our future radar, though. Like Ayana was mentioning, we do have this cold front coming through this weekend. That means a lot more rain and also some cooler and some drier weather on our way, especially for a lot of portions of Florida. What that's going to do is really just kind of protect us from some of those tropical developments we have out in the Atlantic. So that's definitely good news. Also good news for some of those cooler temperatures as well. So tonight in Florida, not going to be cooling off too much in South Florida, but I'm getting about 78 in Tampa, 79 in Miami, a little bit cooler up here in North Florida, 70 degrees in Tallahassee for our overnight low. Tomorrow, though, not the greatest of news. We have another very, very hot and humid day on tap. A lot of us sitting around that 90-degree mark, 92 in Tallahassee, 92 in Gainesville as well. A little bit cooler, we have some storms over in West Palm Beach and Miami, right under that 90-degree mark. But yeah, it's going to be tomorrow's forecast. Let's go ahead and transfer things over to the southeast with Alec.
Thanks, Salone. Yeah, across the southeast, hold on here. There we go. Oh wow, we just flew like way too far there. Oh my, here we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. Yeah, across the southeast, we have a lot of scattered showers and cloud cover. You see here in Nashville and New Orleans, we have cloud cover there. Tampa, clear for you guys there, and Birmingham, cloud cover there, and only 75 degrees, so nice, cool early fall day for you all. We have a lot of scattered showers across the area. Here you can see the greatest convergence of those showers to be south of Memphis, around Jackson, for you guys there. And we have, like we've mentioned here in the last few minutes, we do have that cold front there behind this line of showers here. And moving you on forward towards the weekend, you can see these showers move on towards the east. And here in Tallahassee, we're going to get that much needed rainfall there on Friday. And it's going to clear the area in a big way there on behind as the showers move on towards the east to Florida. Now looking at our current conditions right now, you can see it's much cooler behind that cold front. 76 in Little Rock, Montgomery, 90 here in Tallahassee, and Charleston, 85 for you guys up there. Now if you guys are heading to Birmingham this weekend, you can see the highs are going to stick around the same. Rain chances are going to go down, but that cold front is going to lower our lows here down to 62 Saturday evening. That's going to feel very nice for us here in early fall. New Orleans, unfortunately, you guys are a little too far south to get in on that cold front. You guys are maybe going to touch the 60s Saturday evening, getting down to 69, but the rain chances are going to be much lower for you guys this weekend. Now for this evening, it's going to be very consistent temperatures across our area, except for here in Florida. We are mid-upper 70s for us across Orlando and Miami, but the rest of the area, low 70s, and Little Rock dipping into 69. Now for tomorrow, more of the same weather, same story. 92 here in Tallahassee. Little Rock, you guys are going to be a little bit cooler. 78 there, 79 in Nashville. Now I'm going to pass it on to Ainsley with the national forecast.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alex. So we're going to start off with our current temperatures here. We have a little bit of that fall-like gradient going on, but we're getting some warmer temperatures up in Billings. I keep shouting them out. They've always been the coldest. Now they are not. They got a little bit warmer, and of course, we're still warm here in the southeast, but cooler temperatures are on the way. Here is your current radar. You see a lot of it gathered up here in Mississippi, Louisiana there. You can kind of see a circulation. That's where that low is along that cold front there. And what it's going to kind of look like in the future, it just creeps across the southeast here. That cold front is just going to continue to move, eventually make its way to Tallahassee. So we're finally going to get to see a little bit of that rain action. Here is what that could look like in terms of rain potential. Most of it getting gathered up here along the east coast from Atlanta up to DC there. Tallahassee getting a little bit in on that as well. And this is going to kind of reflect that map. This is the SPC outlook. Pretty much non-severe. This is where we could see just a tad, if any, but not as much as we've had to worry about in the last couple of days here. Seattle, you are seeing some 60s, 70s. That is the fall pick that we want to see here, but you are very dry. In your surrounding counties, there has been red flag warning, and that's resulted in some smog actually over the city today. So just make sure to heed those warnings if you get them. Chicago, a little bit of a different story. We're a little bit warmer and a lot of sun coming up for you guys there. That would be my pick there. And Boston, we're getting, it looks pretty rainy right now. That is your Thursday. It looks like it's going to continue into tomorrow and then sunnier on the back end of the weekend there for you guys. In terms of the drought monitor, we really do need that rain out west, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting much. We've been trending drier out there, but Tallahassee, we're starting to get a little bit of that drought monitor. We've had that drought creeping into Leon County here, but some relief is on the way, hopefully enough to get us out of the moderate drought. In terms of the temperature outlook, though, we are trending warmer and warmer, just a little cooler on the east coast, but for the most part, this has been the temperature outlook, at least every time I have done the national. And in terms of tonight's temperatures, we're going to dip down in some places, a little bit more out west where it is dry, and then in the southeast, we're not going to get quite as low, but 68 here in Tallahassee should be pretty nice. In terms of tomorrow's temperatures, we're going to heat right back up. Again, 92 here in Tallahassee, your last day before Friday, where you get a little bit of relief there. But for now, we're going to take it on over to the desk with Ayanna and Sloan.
Thanks, Ainsley. Yeah, so we're going to be doing the Wild Weather Wednesday segment. So look at that. It is a mouthful. I always mess it up, I feel like. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about water spouts, which is very cool.
An interesting one.
I've never seen one.
I've never either.
Yeah. So I guess
it's on the bucket list, though. Hopefully I'll see one day.
Someday. I mean, we live in Florida. You'd think that we'd see it more often.
Yeah.
But we don't. And that's also because we just don't live on the coast.
Don't live on the coast, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so what is a water spout? If you don't know and you're listening right now, a water spout is a rotating column of air that occurs over a body of water, typically like the ocean, and usually appearing as a funnel-shaped cloud, which you might have seen some videos probably online about, in contact with the water. Kind of looks like a tornado in a way, of coming from a cloud. So yeah, that's basically what a water spout is. I've, again, never seen one, but they are really cool. I've seen them online. And that's definitely something I want to be seeing sometime, being a weather fanatic
exactly.
or whatever.
There's actually like two main types of water spouts. One of them is going to be tornadic. So it's a little bit more like on the tornado side of things. Those will look a little bit more like a tornado on top of water. So those are definitely going to be the ones to watch out for. So yeah, again, tornadic are the ones that form over water. They move from land to the water. But then we also have fair weather water spouts, and those usually form along dark flat base of a line of developing cumulus clouds. So those are usually not associated with thunderstorms.
Cool.
Good to know. There's two different types.
Okay, I didn't even know that because I've never even seen them. One. So it's just like I can't put it to the names. But where are they most commonly found in the U.S.? Water spouts are most commonly found along the Florida Keys and the border of the Gulf Coast, which offers the most ideally warm and humid conditions for them to be able to form, which makes sense. And honestly, it's kind of unfortunate that we haven't seen them.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know.
Maybe
but
if
they
we head down to the
to like around Pensacola, you probably see them more often.
A couple more. But yeah, we also definitely want to acknowledge that they can be very deadly. So we do want to tell this story. On June 8th of 1989, a water spout did move through Apalachicola Bay onto the shore near East Point in Franklin County, and 3 people were unfortunately killed after being thrown about 500 feet from their frame house. And that did destroy 27 houses, trailers, businesses, and a whole bunch of different vehicles and boats. So it's definitely just a good reminder to be very, very weather aware, and water spouts are not something to, not take seriously.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the idea of it being made out of like water, it seems like it would be less harmful or impactful, but that's actually not the case, and we even just figured that out just now. So
definitely still something to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. But we're actually going to take it back over to the wall and talk a little bit more about the lifestyle here in Tallahassee.
Yes, thank you guys. So as I'm sure you all are aware, it's a really hot day out there today. You can see beautiful clear skies, but like we're still in the warmer months, and that's going to come along with hotter temperatures. So that's what we've seen across our area here today. Now here for a little dog walk forecast, shout out to Buster, Jack's dog there. Tomorrow morning it's going to be a little cooler for us. It's going to dip down to the 60s, so that's going to be a very nice time to go walk your dog. You probably want to get that finished before about 11 o'clock because we are heating up to 85 and much warmer thereafter. Now, if you're going to go hiking here this evening, there's a chance for thunderstorms, so be wary of that. It is going to be a little bit cooler now that we are getting past 6, 7 o'clock here. And if you guys are thinking about going to the pool tomorrow, it's going to be a solid day for that. A little chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, but we're going to be hitting 91 degrees, so nice and warm for us there at the pool. If you're thinking about going down to Panama City Beach tomorrow, ocean temperatures are still really warm, up to 86 degrees for us down there, and beautiful weekend. Really no chance for storms for this weekend down in Panama City. If you guys are catching a flight out of Tallahassee, we have really no concerns here, no delays, and across Florida, no delays except for Orlando here. There might be some chances for those delays with those convective thunderstorms, typical for our summer months. Now I'm going to throw it over to Sloan for our close.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Alec. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about what's going on right here at home in Tallahassee. So again, still very, very hot and humid right now. It's 90 degrees right now. Are a few passing cumulus clouds, though, over Doak Campbell Stadium, hopefully keeping us a little bit on the cooler side. Right now, nothing really in terms of our current radar, just a few areas of ground scatter. Tonight, it's not going to cool down too much. Most of us are going to be hovering right around 70 degrees, a little bit warmer down at the coast in St. Mark's. We also have some more storms coming as it comes to tomorrow and the next day. So like Alec was kind of saying, we do have a chance for some thunderstorms come tomorrow afternoon. So definitely do be aware of that. If you have any outdoor plans at all, I do think that the best chance for rain, though, for the Tallahassee area is going to be Friday morning. That's when we're going to have some more heavy levels of rainfall. Also could be some gusty winds, things like that. More thunderstorms. So definitely do be aware of that. If you do have any plans come Friday morning, the good news, though, is as it comes to Friday afternoon, Friday evening, that's going to clear up quite a bit, just leaving us with some more cloud cover. And again, like we were saying earlier, a lot of that is going to be due to that cold front that is coming through our area come Friday into Saturday, hopefully bringing us some cooler temperatures compared to what we're seeing right now. Again, 90 degrees in Tallahassee, 95 in Quincy, so very, very warm even as we do move into the fall season. Tonight, they're going to cool down right around to that 70-degree mark, again, under that partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, though, not quite yet going to have a reprieve from those hot summer-like temperatures. It's going to be very, very similar to today in terms of the heat and humidity. Again, close to 90 degrees, a little bit cooler down by the coast, Carabel and St. Mark's, right around the mid-80s. Taking a look at our full 7-day, we can see as that cold front does pass through our area, a little bit cooler temps, again, with some higher rain chances come Friday. As we get to the weekend, though, as also for the rest of next week, we do have temperatures in the upper 80s with lows in the upper 60s. So now we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with our closing desk with Ainsley and Ayana.
Thank you, Sloan. Yeah, so I mean, those hot temperatures outside, it is just, I need a relief from that heat. It's been way too hot outside.
I will take it in the form of rain,
if
so be it.
I know, honestly, I need a rainy day just to sit inside, watch a movie, and relax. Maybe that will be this weekend since we have an away game on Friday, right?
Yeah.
I think
yes,
that's right. I don't know who we're playing.
Virginia.
Virginia
if I
Tech?
remember right. Virginia Tech, maybe.
Yes, maybe.
We're just weather girls. We don't know football.
We are
I
clearly
normally
just
know
girls,
football.
apparently.
Yeah.
It's okay.
In terms of the weather,
Yes.
Friday's gonna be great as long as I'm not walking to class in the rain.
There you go.
I'm fine.
There
I'm
you go.
great. You
Yeah,
know?
this is true. This is true. I spend like all my Friday in this building, so
Yeah,
after
same.
that,
We're in
though,
all of the same classes
that's when
pretty
the rain
much.
will have passed, and then we'll be good to go for the weekend, and hopefully some cooler temperatures so it feels a little bit better outside.
Yeah, if that cold front could come through and just stay, like.
Hopefully it holds itself together just a little bit longer so it passes through Tallahassee and gives us a little bit more cold.
Yeah, and we're lucky enough to be in the Panhandle here where we do get those cold fronts that are coming through. South Florida, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I know. My parents live in Southwest Florida, and they are gonna keep seeing that heat. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like, fall. It feels like summer before fall and after fall starts in Southwest Florida.
Yeah,
and
for
honestly,
sure.
it's
And I mean,
feeling
you give
like
some,
that
you
right now.
take some. You're like drier here in the Panhandle, so you have those
Yeah.
higher, like the more of the contrast. And then when you're South Florida, you're gonna stay relatively the same day
Yeah.
to night. But that's kind of the trade-off is you
I
either
know.
get rain and cooler temperatures,
Since
or
we're from the Midwest, we're just like so used to those
Yeah.
colder temperatures. We want them so bad.
oh
Unfortunately.
yeah, for sure. I miss the seasons.
I
But
know.
make sure to follow us on X at FSU Weather.
And of course, follow us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
And also follow us here on YouTube at FSU Weather if you're watching right now.
And last but not least, follow us on TikTok at FSU Weather.
And we're going to give you one last look at our 7-day forecast.